So worst fears have come true,
Yeah.
which was that there was a possibility we'll get no play, and that's what we had discussed in our pre-match show. Now, which is not the post-match show, I was going to say post-match show since the match didn't happen. In the end of our day show,
It's a match
it has.
It's a match
show.
show.
No post-match, just match show.
How can it be a
But it
match
can't
show
be a
when
match
there was
show.
no match?
And it's just a show.
Exactly. That's why it's the end of the day show.
Yeah.
Since we won't be doing any more lives or shows
Yeah.
after this for today. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow with the morning update. So, continuous rain. We saw visuals of the ground, the village, not looking great. You saw Jasprit Bumrah walk around.
A damp patch which was really
Yeah.
Damp.
No. I mean, saying it was so
Finally.
slushy.
Damp patch that was so damp.
I guess
So
that's
damp,
why.
folks.
It was so damp. It was
You wouldn't believe it, folks. It was so damp.
exactly. It resembled our own
CK Play Station.
village.
No. There, rain doesn't happen only.
And there, when it happens, we'll just top off one side of the.
If this much rain happened there, you still would have got a game.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it wouldn't have rained there.
It's a nice rain shadow area, that place.
Brilliant.
This is
The
a-
day that this place
Whenever
had,
we have played there, it's been raining like today.
Yeah.
Imagine rain like today.
Yeah.
And yet we've had a game because for some reason it won't rain there.
Yes. Strange rain shadow area that
This used
is.
to happen in one of my clubs, and just when I thought that okay, a day off, I need this. I
No.
would also always my coach would call me, "Where are you? There's no rain here." I'm like, but it's pouring. at my
Bangalore
house."
is the worst. Bangalore, because where Shane is sitting, it'll be heavy. Just where Nikhil is sitting, it'll be sunny. You don't know what to do then.
Hasn't it happened in Chinnaswamy that half the side
Half
is
was,
raining?
yeah.
And
Yes.
Yeah, IPL, right?
No, in Dulip. But it happened in Dulip Trophy. One side was sunny, no rain. The other side was raining. What to do? Half of Chinnaswamy.
So match abandoned without a single ball being bowled.
Not even a
we
toss.
were looking forward to some of the players playing. Could have been chances to a few players who did not get an opportunity to play some of the games here, but you had taken them with you for this particular series. But none of that happened. Don't know whether the team would have made any changes or not, but there was an opportunity since it won the series. Also an opportunity to see a bit more of Jasprit Bumrah and Prasidh Krishna. They did bowl a few overs in those two games.
Also, Rinku.
likes to bat.
Whoever, not lots of them. I mean, even
Rituraj.
Wells Tilak, Ruturaj, so many. Everyone you wanted to see. So there was plenty to watch out for, but that wasn't to be. What that does is, and the reason I mentioned Jasprit Bumrah and Prasidh Krishna, because most likely one between the two, which is most likely a Jasprit Bumrah, his next game will be an Asia Cup game, which will be versus Pakistan.
Yeah.
So while he's shown some signs of getting back to how he was, but still you would want him to play a few more games before you're 100% convinced of him getting his form back.
Yeah.
But now this opportunity has been taken away. So the next time you will see Jasprit Bumrah bowl, apart from the nets and that 1 week long camp that they will have, will be on the 2nd of September in a big game like India versus Pakistan. So that actually leads me to a good question. Because India-Pakistan is big anyway, and the way you start the Asia Cup will also determine how you do in that tournament, as we've seen in the past, and how you then gain momentum going forward to the World Cup. So from the first game itself on the 2nd of September, you're going to be feeling pressure and you have to be at your best. How confident are you now that some of your match winners in Virat Kohli, in Rohit Sharma, both of whom did not play the ODI series and were not part of Ireland, so they've only played T20 cricket, now will suddenly be playing an ODI game versus Pakistan on 2nd. Then a Jasprit Bumrah, who's just come back from an injury, just played, bowled about 7 overs or so. 8 overs. Has he bowled?
He's bowled full quota in both.
So 8 overs, but now going into a game in which he's required to bowl 10 in one game.
Yeah.
So that And don't forget, there is a possibility that if KL Rahul's recovered from his niggle, he plays.
Yeah.
And Shreyas Iyer coming back from an injury. So how much confidence does it give all of you ahead of the India-Pakistan game, which is 9 days from now?
First of all, I think Jasprit Bumrah was also involved in a few NCA practice games.
No, that though he will be involved in a few more games.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Are they 50 over games or are they still T20?
No, they played
No,
50.
those 50 over games. He
If
bowled
we
10
can get
overs.
through that, at least we know that he isn't,
No,
at a state where he's fragile or his body is
No, I'm
fragile.
not saying about him getting through. I'm saying a match simulation in an NCA ground, which quite frankly is half the size of even a Chinnaswamy stadium. I've seen it. So as you know, Chinnaswamy is very small. This
Yeah.
is half the size of it. It's literally the boundaries on the square side is literally like where the 30-yard circle is. So if you cross the 30-yard circle, you actually hit a boundary. But I agree that though that ground's not really used to judge your big hitting abilities.
Yeah.
It's only used for your run up or getting back into groove. So I understand that. But I'm saying those matches, and maybe they'll play a few more match simulation, but that doesn't count. I'm saying proper international cricket. You've had Jasprit Bumrah bowl 8 overs, will now be your main bowler for that Pakistan game. Your main batters, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul. Not much cricket coming in. How confident are you now?
We are going to see a very rusty Indian team. Very, very rusty, because in the top order, if you just have to break it down, Shubman Gill has played ODIs until West Indies. Struggled a bit, but okay, he can probably turn it around in the Asia Cup, probably. Rohit Sharma has played only one. Virat Kohli, had he played that, it would have made sense, but he's not played since March, an ODI format. So from March till now, which is about close to 6 months, he's not played. KL Rahul, not played since March. Ravindra Jadeja played the West Indies game. Bumrah, Siraj, Shami have not played ODI cricket. Bumrah for over a year, Shami and Siraj for close to 5 to 6 months. March, all played that ODI series against Australia. 6 to 7 players have not played an ODI match for 6 to 7 months. Rohit has played only one in that 6-month period. That was coming lower down the order where he didn't have that much of practice. As Sunil Gavaskar said in our chat with Sports Today, cricket fitness, how will they be when it comes to the ODI format? That will be very interesting.
So answer the question.
I don't think they will be, I'm not that confident because all will be rusty. And Pakistan, by the way, they are getting into the groove because they are playing 3 ODIs against, maybe you can say Afghanistan, a weakened team. But
Getting into the groove. What I saw of the last game, they're already past the
their
groove.
batting needs some tweaking. Their batting needs tweaking because every day they won't get away with the 200.
I'd say that the problem of their batting is tweaking.
But see, Babar is not in form.
I know our tweakers will give them problem or not. Maybe Kuldeep, yes.
Kuldeep, yes.
For sure.
Jaddu with his accuracy.
He contained. But actually, I think if I were India, I would really been wishing that the Nepal game was first. Perfect game to dust off the cobwebs.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, when you think about it now, you would have wanted a few, sort of.
You won't get few.
You won't get-
before.
You won't even get
The
few.
match,
Asia Cup
that
has
counts.
6 games, 6 teams.
You won't get few, but maybe like he says,
One game. Yeah.
Get the cobwebs off,
Yeah.
then at least you're a little bit confident.
But my friend, that's not how these tournaments work.
Yeah.
You need eyeballs, and for a tournament, and this is by trial and error, most boards, whether it's the ICC, Asian Cricket Council, all have realized
India,
that
Pakistan,
for
Dhoni match.
it to be
Successful.
no, that to everyone knows, but for it to be successful a tournament, you have to ensure that it starts off at a very high note, and from there on, then interest continues. If you start your tournament with India, Nepal, and various other games, anyway, that's not the first game. There are games being played in Pakistan before that, not very appetizing if you look at that particular menu too. So, and then you don't get in India, Pakistan that early. Then the first 1 week, everyone will be what Gargi is in right now, in a state of yawning. So it'll take time for everyone to then get excited. Which is why they say 1 or 2 games here and there done, but within the first 2-3 days has to be in India-Pakistan.
Yep.
Wake up.
Then you wake up.
Yeah.
But
Then you
again,
wait.
see, India have got the best schedule of the lot in the Asia Cup.
But you just said they don't have the best schedule.
They have
You
the-
wanted an India-Nepal first
They
game.
have the greatest schedule. They don't have to travel. All the 5 teams are traveling.
But travel is...
That is because-
No, India also has to travel from Kandy to Colombo.
But the other nations, they are traveling from Pakistan to Sri Lanka.
How much time? India is traveling.
neighbors.
India is going to travel from India to Colombo. That much travel
4
from
hours.
Pakistan.
No, that's slightly longer, 5 hours.
So how 1 hour
See,
extra?
they are taking a trip from Bangalore for
Okay,
crying
but
out
our
loud.
players are not matched,
The sun said you actually don't have the best schedule. If Nepal were first, then yes.
I don't know. See, but actually, if you look at it, India have the best schedule because they don't have to travel much. Colombo to Palakele is hardly a couple of hours. Hardly. From Chennai or Bangalore, wherever you're going, it's just 1.5 hours.
Yeah,
virtually.
but so somebody will have a 4-hour flight, somebody will have a 2-hour flight. How does that matter?
Still.
2-hour extra flight. And they travel business class.
No, they won't be traveling business class. They'll be traveling chartered.
Chartered.
Yeah.
So business
Not
class.
even
One-
business.
one
It's their own.
chartered for
It's
one
private.
No. But what happens in a chartered plane? The plane is the same, na? The business class seats are only 10-12. There are how many players? 17.
17.
Some will have to sit economy class. While it is
Tilak
that
Sajju will always be
aircraft is
economy
booked
class.
for you. Nobody else gets in. The aircraft is booked for you. But the seats are limited, na?
Yeah.
I'd take that over, 4 chartered planes taking.
4 charter planes won't go. They'll go in
Just
one
the one.
plane. And one plane will be
no, I
booked
know.
We are not in
exclusively for
COVID.
them. Exclusively. That too if it is. Otherwise they can take a regular flight as well.
Yeah.
They have many times.
Yeah.
So they can take a regular flight. In whichever way they do it, the business class seats are limited, right? Sometime about just 10 of them.
10 of them,
Or
yeah.
sometime less also.
Yeah.
Also, if I'm
8.
not wrong, for shorter travels, they don't indulge in business class.
Yeah.
Why would you, go?
No,
go
if
for
you
the
have-
business class for
No, but if it's a
4-hour
chartered
flight,
flight, then it doesn't matter. No, then you can sit those 10 people. Then
Yeah.
1 hour, 2 hours, 1 minute, 2 minutes, they'll still
Exactly.
sit. Doesn't matter.
Exactly. How does that matter? They will anyway. They're having a presentation ceremony.
what will they do?
What will
They will give man of the series.
Series.
Oh, right. I completely forgot this. Was
Come
the
on.
end of the series.
Get her.
She's not watching too much cricket, by the way.
Who said?
She's only into F1.
And MotoGP.
MotoGP. She's into MotoGP totally.
You're not watching
cricket.
cricket?
Is.
I am.
You're sitting on a cricket show.
No, I am watching. Who said? Stop trolling me.
So, yep. So, player of the series, I think it should go to Bumrah.
Yeah.
4 wickets at an economy of 4.8.
Do we have some data of how the
Of
Indian
course,
players
of
perform?
course.
Let's quickly take a look at. Let's take a question we've got, and then we'll get to the how the series panned out.
Okay, so Prithvi Patnaik. You want to continue?
Baban.
Okay. Sir, if we win the World Cup, the guy wearing specs should
Only me.
dance on Jume.
Arey, yeah.
Like he did that.
Yeah, good idea. Why not? You did a good job of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, if India win the World Cup, by the way, if India win the World Cup, that's all you want.
Yeah. Then we're
One
sorted for
Jume
months.
Pathan
Everyone
song.
will go mad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Done. Very,
No.
yeah.
Ask for something more. Come on. Today is a big day,
Yeah.
and the entire country is celebrating. And I'm not trying to pull the achievement down. It is massive. In fact, we celebrated in our pre-match
Yes.
show. But if India win the World Cup,
Oh boy.
the excitement levels are going to be next level.
Next
Yep.
level. I remember when we won in 2011.
You remember?
Yeah,
Usually.
surprised.
But that's when I started gaining consciousness. Na?
Acha, okay.
10, 11 years old.
Hmm.
So all of us went out, the whole family went out, and the city was in, everyone was
Which
out.
city
of
were you in?
Nagpur. I was in Nagpur.
Okay.
So everyone got to, the happening place in Nagpur, Dharampet. That's where everyone gathers, and it was just partied all night. Like nothing happened. People were just excited and on the street. So I think that's
The better memory than what I would have had as a 9-10-year-old. 2003 first World Cup. Bad World Cup final that was. One-sided. Everyone's excited and then you get thrashed.
Yeah, but there was no celebration.
yeah.
No, there was no. Exactly.
So just to tell Prithvi Patnaik that don't have to ask just one Jume do Pathan Peta.
Yeah.
If India win the World Cup, you could literally ask him to go full Monty and he'll go.
Yeah.
Right? That's what.
He'll do it automatically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, who needs choreography at that point? Yeah.
Yeah, without choreography. Who said?
Sounds choreography.
You just have to go. So that will also happen.
I can do the Kavala dance.
Do what now?
Just that much. Whatever dance you have to
He's
do.
done it before, no?
Yeah, you have to do much more than that.
Yep,
Much more than
can
that.
do much
Yeah,
more
let's
than
look
that.
at how the players and the performances.
Yep. So, okay, you want to, so there's slugs which will, see, Gaikwad, for example.
I thought you made slides, no?
No, I hadn't given slugs. Just slugs in that. But then I can give you
Oh,
the,
okay. How will we see them together? That's okay. That's okay. We'll
Yeah.
just.
So,
No, it's okay. Maybe we'll then do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Takeaways.
Wait. Yeah. So, Yep.
I mean, your top run scorer has 77 runs.
What are you gonna do? Like
Yeah.
one and
Yeah.
a half match played.
Not even 1.5. Around 1.5. Yeah.
Okay, one second.
And that too, the one match which was half played, you barely batted. 6 overs.
Yeah. So, that was your most runs. Rituraj Gaikwad making 77. And your next
All
best-
down to one game where he got 58.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Sanju Samson 40, and in the other game he just got 1.
Yashasvi Jaiswal got 42.
42. Rinku Singh, one opportunity he got 38, but look at that strike rate 180.95.
Yeah, because the counting is that one match strike rate only.
That's it. Because you just played 66.4 overs in the entire series.
Yeah.
That's it.
Which is why I'm just saying that while these numbers may be deceiving because hardly played any
Yeah.
amount of cricket, hardly a substantial amount of overs. So some of your guys that you were really dying to see, that includes Tilak Verma also. You wanted to see him because now he's been selected in the Asia Cup squad. All of them now will be going to Sri Lanka, where they have to, as I said, hit the ground running. No time
Yeah.
for any sort of warm up. You're doing a 1 week long camp, but then that doesn't really amount to actual cricket. The first game, India Pakistan, and you're playing a team that is playing continuous cricket, and with almost the team that will be then facing India, whether some are in form or not in form, that's another thing, but at least they're playing continuous cricket with the set team. The Indian team is coming together if it is the same strongest 11 that they will field together. The last time all of them would have played together would have been 10-11 months ago.
Yeah.
All of them playing
March.
together. This March, all of them
Australia
were
series.
Yeah, you had a full
Virat,
squad.
you had KL.
there. You had Bumrah.
Not Bumrah.
Not
Then-
Bumrah, I mean the batters.
I am saying the team.
The team,
whole
no.
team
One
that is
year.
playing together is a good 11 months later. You are playing a Pakistan team which is continuously playing the team that will be playing, and I'm again not talking just batting. 11. That 11 is playing continuously, and you will play against India. Your 11, the strongest 11, I repeat, that you will have going into that Pakistan game. The last time they would have played together would have been about 11-12 months ago.
Yeah,
Not less than that.
2022. Okay, Bumrah got injured.
Against Australia. That
No. Prior to that, when did he get injured?
He came back briefly.
Yeah, 2 games against
two
Australia,
games.
but prior to that, he had a 4-month injury layoff, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Actually, you're going to play together after 1.5 years if you have to look at it.
There you go.
1.5 years, because 2022 you are primarily playing T20Is,
T20s. Yeah.
which was the last ODI series you played, which everybody featured.
None, because 2022, whatever ODI series you were playing,
South Africa, the entire T20 team was there in Australia.
Exactly.
Then which other series? I think you have to go back to 2021
Yeah.
then. 2021.
Even in 2021, you barely played ODI series.
Yeah. Maybe England?
New Zealand.
Yeah, England could be the possibility.
Or was it
2022.
New Zealand?
No, you played England. In England, you had a pretty full stretch.
Yeah, England in England.
So
but that was
actually been a
22,
year.
August.
Yeah, that's a year then.
August 2022.
So, yeah. 1 year.
1 year, 1 month later, 13 months later.
So after a gap of 13 months, your full-fledged team will be playing together.
Yep.
Whether that be through injuries or workload management.
Whatever.
Both.
Whatever.
Such is the situation.
It's a self-made situation partially.
Injuries, I mean.
No, injuries you still can forgive. That happens.
Yep. But yeah, I think in this series you just played 66.4 overs out of 120.
Yes, even the ones we were looking at, I think a Prasid could have used another game. He would have certainly liked it. Same with the Bumrah. Tilak would have loved to have gotten some more runs under his belt. He batted 2 matches, scored 1 run? Yeah.
1 run.
1 run.
Okay, so 10-11 months. He himself corrects. He went out for a year. So
Yeah, he just basically, Jasprit Bumrah said that he's really happy to be back and playing some cricket. So 10-11 months, he tells Alan Wilkins in the post-match presentation that I was out because the presenter said 1 year. So, and then says it makes his job easier when players are so confident and they tell me what to do. So not too many insights about how he's feeling or whatever, but just overall, as you've seen, I wouldn't say he's back at his best, whatever little we've seen of him, but he's certainly, in terms of his fitness, there seems to be no concern right now, and I think that's the first thing that you see. Then his form and that firepower in his bowling that we used to see, whether that comes back fully like it was before he got injured, that will take time. But at least you saw fitness wise, there was nothing much to worry about. Sanju Samsung and his fan base.
So potentially the last time?
Ooh, I don't think so.
No. There's always a door, and India's squad depth isn't that great. Trust me, another injury comes and you're going back to Sanju.
You answer that same question. Since Siddharth asked, is it the last time we're seeing Sanju with the Indian camp?
Look, as I had said, his luck is so rotten. In an ODI World Cup year, he plays T20Is. In a T20 World Cup year, he plays ODIs.
I think he could be in contention for the T20 World Cup.
Exactly. I agree.
Hope so.
He could be, because see what did your team do? Just as the Indian team is persisting with a KL Rahul, remember they're persisting with a KL Rahul in ODIs where he's done well.
Yeah.
So he was your first choice middle order batsman, and credit to KL also. He sacrificed, he was okay to bat in the middle order because you needed someone, and the team said that, why don't you bat there? He said, fine, I'll do it. Started wicket keeping to make himself, more as a proposition, more attractive for the team, and he did that. So he's done all of that, and now I think he's made that one-day spot his own, even though he's coming back after a long injury layoff. But in T20, he wasn't playing, just as Rohit and Virat weren't playing. So in T20, you would have gone with a Ishan Kishan, but you're also going to look at another wicketkeeper batsman. I know you've taken Jitesh now, but again, you haven't seen him at the international level. So if I am Sanju, I am not out of contention.
No, and
I could
especially
be.
when you consider the fact that Kishan, despite the fact that they've taken him for T20s, he's no longer first choice, because now with Jaiswal, you have another left-hander who doesn't need to keep wickets. So for Sanju, the door's not yet fully shut.
Yeah.
Jitesh also, I know a lot of people talk about him, but people tend to forget he's himself 28. He's no spring chicken. If they had to look at him,
Older.
Yeah, he's the same age as Sanju.
29.
He's the same age as Sanju. So if you're looking at them, Sanju is actually someone who's proven at the international level. Relatively so.
I think what they will do is they will give a
Jitesh.
kind of, they might
Revolving
rotate these keepers. And then just see, I mean, that's what happened between Sanju and Ishan. Before the West Indies tour, you really didn't know who's ahead. And then Ishan made that tour his own. It's also performing at that crucial time.
Yeah.
So closer to the World Cup, because we all have short-term memories in that sense. Closer to the World Cup, whoever tends to do well goes in. And then after the ODI World Cup, anyway, there'd just be about 5 odd months left for the T20 World
And
Cup.
don't forget, Jitesh will be playing in the Asian Games. He has a good training
Yeah,
there, which he should have. Then again, he'll come to the forefront of some people's minds. Then, of course, next year's World Cup, I have an IPL before it. Everyone's going to be on audition mode.
Yeah, so if Sanju has a good IPL, then he'll be your guy.
Big
You never know. So that is a very loaded statement. The last time are we seeing Sanju?
It's a big if.
No,
Not
yeah.
happening. Not happening.
Because see, you're basing him on IPL performances where for 5 to 8 years, I'm honestly saying he's not set the stage.
No, I'm
Oh,
not
but
just
doesn't
basing it on-
matter.
Not just basing.
But then even see,
He
Ishan
finishes
might
top
be
3-4 run getter this IPL, he'll go.
We say that, but we also cannot ignore someone who does well in the IPL.
But no, I take that point since Shivam is saying, what about Rishabh Pant? You've forgotten about it. I completely agree. There are talks that he might be available for this coming IPL.
Yeah.
At least the Delhi franchise is very hopeful that he will be available, and he is recovering much quicker than most people anticipated.
Yeah.
Having said that, if you remember, even with Rishabh Pant, his T20 place was a bit dodgy in the Indian team.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing really well in T20 cricket. Again, just as KL Rahul, Rishabh Pant, no brainer in Test match cricket. Rishabh Pant, without doubt, even in ODI cricket.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got good numbers, he was performing very well. T20, he wasn't doing that well. Just as is the case with KL Rahul. So again, he would also need to have a fantastic IPL then to prove himself. But as I said, there will be multiple contenders.
Yeah.
And no one's really certain, no one's really ahead in that race. Just as KL was in ODI, I don't think there is anyone who's a clear-cut leader there in T20. So it's up for grabs. Anyone can take it, including Sanju.
Yep. So that's why. See, he's not getting chances now to play. I don't think this was the last time I think we saw him. And after November, maybe at that point, if he is in the selectors' radar,
So the T20s against Australia
and
basically.
3 against South Africa, maybe then he has a chance. Otherwise, I think Ishan might be your first choice.
Take the
Super chat. Jay Prakash is saying, Will Jacks, Salt, Brook, not in World Cup. Such depth.
Exactly. That is depth.
That is, yes.
They're telling, what do you call Harry Brook? Oh, it's no problem, young boy, sit out. We only have Ben Stokes coming.
And by the way, Brook scored the fastest 100 in the 100.
He's also the only player now in history to have not only scored fastest 100, first player in the 100 to do it not opening the innings, but only player in history to have scored 100 in the 100, PSL and IPL.
Wow.
He's done it everywhere.
Yep.
A few comments we'll take. Dex wants us to talk about 2006 FIFA World Cup in Germany, not today, some other day.
Yeah.
It's just like so way off topic. Sridhar Savarkar is saying, if you see Sanju's great IPL innings, most have been counter-attacking where team was struggling, which is what India wanted from number 4 and 5 to get you from 20 to 3 situation. I think Sanju could be that guy. But you also have to see his consistency in IPL.
Yeah.
He does play one of those very good knocks,
Yeah.
but very inconsistent.
Yeah,
As
Rookie
Techie
Techie
points
points
out,
out.
yeah.
Okay.
The more chances Sanju gets, the more he proves that he is inconsistent.
A bit mean, but also not wrong.
Yeah, both of them are right, Sridhar
Yeah.
and Rookie Techie, and I think both of them are highlighting the strength and weaknesses of Sanju Samson.
Sanju is the biggest what if in Indian cricket.
He needs to look at his own biggest enemy, he should look in a mirror.
Yep.
That's his own biggest time.
Yeah, consistency. That only comes from you.
This is the biggest what if. Because see, Sridhar's question, if you're 20 or 3, Sanju could have been that guy. What if? He had chances, but he didn't capitalize on it. Again, ODI, he's got a better record than Ishan Kishan. But again, public perception, public memory, I don't know what happens in the case
not
of
just public, even team management.
team management. They are just not confident with Sanju Samson. And any coincidence that Rahul Dravid is at the helm when Sanju Samson first started playing his formative years and Dravid's at the helm? Life is coming a full circle in that sense.
Are you saying Dravid is to blame for his inconsistency?
Not Dravid. I think many people are not able to get the best out of Sanju Samson. That's why.
Naman Kanpal.
Naman Kanpal is saying slightly left field choice. In Dharamshala, like when you play 4 full fast bowlers, in Chennai play 3 full spinners and 2 fast bowlers. Make good competitive wickets to take away deep advantage batting of other teams.
No venue in India will you play 4 fast bowlers.
Yeah.
In Dharamshala, I'm telling you, your 2 spinners will have to play.
When he says 4 full fast bowlers, he means including Hardik.
No, I don't think so.
He means that. If you're playing 4 full fast bowlers, then not a chance. No way.
4 full fast bowlers, no chance.
No, never.
Yeah, but 3 fast bowler and Hardik, but that's not a left field choice, na? He's saying a left field choice. That's why I'm thinking 4 full fast bowlers
Dharamshala,
would
for
make
all
for
its value, it's not Perth.
Yeah, it's a good.
Dharamshala, Kuldeep Yadav won you a test match. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's definitely going to play, and there's no way you can leave a Jadeja out.
Yeah.
So the 4 full fast bowler thing does not happen. I'm guessing he means 4 full fast bowler dropping a spinner. If Jadeja plays and a spinner goes out, that's never going to happen. And I think he's talking about that because he says a left field choice. If it was 3 fast bowler and Hardik, then it's not left field. That's the most obvious
Then
or
that
the
means-
one that everyone's
yeah.
picking.
No.
He
6
means
batters, no.
Bumrah, Shami, Siraj, Shardul. These are your 4 full
Yeah.
fast
With
bowlers.
Hardik? No.
Yeah, that's what he means, obviously.
No, not left field. And
That's
your
not
entire
right.
team composition is in jeopardy.
That's
You're
not
playing,
left field. Yeah, that's out of the field.
Yeah, big problem then.
It is.
Yeah.
It is left field, but he says then play 3 full spinners. The 3 full spinners might still happen because your Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep will play all games,
Might just bring
and
Akshar.
Akshar comes in. So 3 spinners do play,
Yeah.
where you have 2 fast bowlers and those 3
That could
spinners,
happen.
and then Hardik is your 6th bowling option.
But even then, you can't play 3 full spinners either. You only have 1 proper spinner in your lineup if you think about it. Your
Why
squad,
not?
proper spinner, someone who will guarantee you 10 overs. Kuldeep.
No, Jadeja is a
Jadeja?
not some proper spinner.
I doubt it.
You don't bowl
Middle
him, but
overs
they're
they have
all
to.
but they're all spinners and they're test match spinners. Yeah, they play test matches.
I know. I'm just saying. If you're saying full spinners, if we go by the same yardstick, you don't have a usage.
No, but no full spinner. Like let's say a lot of games, Shardul doesn't bowl his entire quota 10 bowler, but he's a full bowler. Both your spinners in Akshar and Jadeja are full spinners, whether you bowl him or not. Yeah, if you had spoken of a Tilak Verma or Deepak Hudas or these kind of bowlers, that then I agree that they are not regular spinners. But Akshar, Jadeja are full spinners. You may not use them for 10 overs. That's another thing. But they are bowlers first, then batters, right? So clearly, out and out spinner, and they play test matches as spinners.
Yeah.
So they are as spinners as they can.
Yeah,
be.
but I'm telling you, Naman Kanpal, you're playing a World Cup for the first time in October, November in India. Pitches are going to be totally different.
Yeah.
Totally. So that will be your ultimate googly, like how it happened in Australia. October, November, playing for the first time a World Cup there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pitches in India will not be like that anymore. A rank turner or a full pace flat deck, nothing of that kind. It will be very, very different. So I hope he takes that into account.
Freaking awesome saying, do you think India will field players outside the main 11 in the Asia Cup against Nepal?
No. They
I
shouldn't.
certainly hope they don't.
I hope not, because you remember in the Asia Cup when some players were rested after the Pakistan game, they lost momentum, they lost rhythm.
Yuzi Chahal
Yeah.
was one of them. If I'm
Hardik
not wrong.
Pandya.
And Hardik Pandya.
You can't do that in the middle of a.
Anyway, they hardly have any games going ahead to the World
Ah.
Cup. Play every game.
Exactly.
And if your batters need confidence, and if you think that you can get big totals as India does when they play associate nations, then get that confidence. Why not?
Groove. Of course.
Ideal world, no? That's what you're saying. In an ideal world.
No, do it.
You have to. If you don't, then we will be the ones screaming bloody murder.
Yeah.
You have committed harakiri in the past.
Yeah. Nothing
This
to stop
Indian
you doing it
team,
again.
it doesn't stop them from committing harakiri all over again. They have the ultimate license to do it. Because, it's so ingrained in their thoughts. Workload management. All those 17 guys in the past 1 year, if they wanted a corporate job, they would be fired. They can't work 5 to 6 days in a row. 5th day they'll say, oh no sir, workload management. Boss either will get high blood pressure or he'll say you just go. That's how this Indian team is. They will not get a corporate job.
Okay, final question of the night. Akash Bhardwaj. One battle between a batter and a bowler you wanted to see but can't. For example, he's picked Viv Richards versus Dale Steyn. Good shout. And McGrath. Good shout.
VK versus Shane Warne.
Virat and Shane Warne. Interesting.
Although
But
I think they
I
would have
don't
had some
think-
clashes in the IPL.
Very
Yeah,
rare.
but
no?
I don't
Yeah.
think that'll be a good battle. I'll tell you why. Because Virat
Would have
against
dominated.
spinners,
Yeah.
not so good.
No, but still, that's why I want to see it.
So then it's not fun, na? One
That's
where it
me.
is like, I think, Warney might dominate that. So you'd want to see something where you don't know who could come out on top. For example, like Viv is good and Dale Steyn at his peak is good. So you don't know, what would have happened because Viv was good against fast bowlers and Steyn is good against any sort of batter. I think in Virat and...
No, he never struggled against leg spinners. It was more offies who bothered him for whatever reason.
No, leg spinners have bothered him, yeah. Adam Zampa.
Yes,
Zampa was one who made him a bunny. Yeah.
Picked his.
Rashid also.
Yeah, Rashid.
Other
correct.
Rashid, but other Rashid has troubled a lot of Indian
And
batsmen.
Shane Warne, different quality. So,
Yeah.
I mean, a good fast bowler versus Virat would have been fun.
I mean,
Because
for
he's
me,
very good against fast bowling.
I would have wanted Virat Kohli versus a Michael Holding versus a Malcolm
Oh
Marshall,
yeah, that would have been cool.
Joel Garner, and
Yeah, that's
Andy
a good
Roberts. In fact, in the entire era when Gavaskar played, all those fast bowlers, Lilly, Thompson, Sarfraz Nawaz, Imran Khan, Akram, Wasim versus Virat would have been a treat. Richard Hadley versus Virat Kohli. All those, because I think Sunil Gavaskar's greatness was in the fact that he countered all those bowlers from all the teams at their peak.
Yeah.
Lilly, Tomo, and in Australia, they never came to India that much. Lilly, Tomo in Australia, West Indies, all the four greats. Hadley in New Zealand, Nawaz, Imran in Pakistan. That's where his greatness was. And Virat, I think the ultimate would have been he and Wakar. Oof, reverse swinging Virat, that flick to deep mid wicket.
Yeah, would have been a good one.
Those are the battles which I would have wanted in that parallel era.
Nah, Sachin played. No.
Sachin did not play Garner
No,
or
Garner,
Marshall. He played Marshall towards the end of his career.
Less than prime.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
was
92.
not. Yeah, he was not at his peak. Marshall,
Yeah.
no. But he didn't play Holding or Andy Roberts,
Man.
yeah, or even Lance Gibbs, who is not a fast bowler but
Leg spinner.
very handy. Offie,
No, Lance, I think Gibbs was a leg spinner, right, from Guyana.
no, Offie.
Let's check.
Yeah.
Well before my time.
Yeah.
Because he was the one to 300 wickets. He was the first, I think, to 300. Lance Gibbs.
Yes.
West
yes.
Indies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll check that out later. That's the cover which was there.
What? You want to check? Yeah.
So,
No, it's not a very positive picture, but you can cut to it. This is what the
The
state
pitch
of
situation was.
state of affairs was.
but isn't there supposed to be
Because I thought the
photo
West
on the
Indies
cover?
often
That's
would
the
produce left armers or leg spinners, because in the times of Alf Valentine, Sonny Ramadhan, I thought Lance Gibbs would have been a better option. Grimmett was one who was a great leg spinner. But yeah, I would have wanted to see in this modern era Akram versus Bradman. Bradman, I think, against a left armour of genuine pace. What happened?
Offie.
Off spinner. Okay.
So GPT also goes wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
Malfunction finally.
Finally.
Finally a malfunction. Luckily Shekhar wasn't there, Mr. Shekhar, to catch me on that.
You might just see it later on.
Yeah, okay. But I'm not wrong on the stats. I mean, 300 wickets.
Yeah, you're right on this. But it's an offie.
Yeah. Wow. An off spinner from the West Indies taking 300 wickets.
Imagine.
Yeah. That too in the time of Ramadan and Valentine. Oof. Fantastic.
Chalo then. See you guys. We wanted a good game. Oh, there are a few options. ABD versus Dennis Lee. That would have been fun.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Virat versus Akram would have been fun.
How about someone like, I know he's not in that stage of his career yet, but Sky versus Brett Lee or something like that.
No, yeah, actually. In T20,
Yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
a challenge.
Brett Lee, yeah. Sky versus. No, what I would have liked to have seen is Sky tried these kind of stunts versus a Michael Holding or a Malcolm
Or
Marshall.
even better, somebody. Sky versus Bond. Shane Bond.
Bond was good, yeah. Briefly, but. Or
I mean,
Alan Donald.
It also fitted into the movie, na? Skyfall Bond.
Yeah. But you know, the one that I was going to pick and somebody reminded me go up was I was going to pick, he didn't mention, Srini said Bradman versus today's mystery spinner.
Actually.
No, I was going to pick Bradman versus Murli. That
Murli.
was my thing.
Or maybe Bradman versus Vaughan.
Yeah, but the same country, so that's why I
Okay.
looked.
Or Bradman versus Kumble.
But you know why I said, because what Murli brought was, you know, the Dusra and various other things which were not there while
I would have added Bradman versus Kumble. Why? Because if you
Kumble was hardly a mystery spinner.
no, but then I'll tell you why. What were Bradman's two major weaknesses and who exploited? Headley Verity and you may say Bill O'Reilly. Both had flattish trajectories. Kumble had a flattish trajectory, would have troubled Bradman immensely. That's why.
But there wouldn't have been any sort of a bowler like a Murli in those days. So you don't know whether.
Yeah.
Or rather, before, if you want the true mystery spinner, Mendes.
Yeah, but not that stature.
Not that, yeah.
Yeah, Mendes didn't have that stature. In fact, if you're going mystery spinners,
Bradman versus Muthaiya.
Muthaiya Muralidharan, yes.
but or if you're going proper mystery spinners, Narayan.
Sunil Narayan, yeah.
But again, T20 Bradman Test
Yeah,
player
but that's the fun, no? So to
wouldn't
be
have been
fair-
very successful. These T20 bowlers. in
T20
Test
bowlers
match.
against him, no?
Yeah. Shoaib Akhtar versus Virat would have been fun. Good one, good call.
Although they had a chance to square off, but it never happened. 2010, Damulla.
Yep. So Lara versus Ashwin would have been good fun.
I think Lara would have.
No,
loved that.
Ashwin would have
No.
gotten the battle, yeah.
Yeah, Lara against spinners would. Yeah.
Exactly, that's what
Lara
I'm saying.
beat Team Muthaiya Muralidharan, yeah. As much
I
as you
would
love
say,
Tata.
Because I will tell you why. Even Sangakkara was a great player also,
Yes,
but
he
Ashwin troubled him
Yeah,
immensely.
but we're talking about,
He's got something against the left-handers, either it's the drift or the length that troubles
of course,
him.
Test,
off spinner
yeah.
against lefty will be good.
Would be excellent, yeah.
Maxwell, वो तो देख ही सकते
Although
हो.
we can still watch.
Maxwell hit 1-2 sixes, he would get him out. Ashwin, that's how he would be. Yeah.
Surya versus Stain and ABD and some interesting.
Brett Lee, to be fair, was someone who, with his pace, anyone who tried to play a little unorthodox
Yeah.
would more often than not get the better of him.
Yeah.
I remember Kevin Peterson loved batting against him. He'd go down on one knee and smack him for sixes.
Uttapa.
Ah,
Uttapa would love playing against Lee, especially if he bowled short. That full shot. Robbie at his absolute best.
Okay, guys, see you.
Yep, see you.
No match, unfortunately.
Yeah. But yeah, cricket.
Continues.
Indian cricket is on a lull now for 8 days.
No, our build up for Asia Cup.
Asia Cup. But no, I'm saying international cricket. You got Pakistan, Afghanistan tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
The second
Second
ODI.
match.
Yeah. The second ODI is tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
See you then.
see
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye.